welcome to my house and welcome to my channel. I'm Laura Cepeda and thank you for choosing to watch this video with me. I'm going to show you something amazing. I'm going to show you how you can make a beautiful summer dress like this one that you can use as a cover up, or you can use it also as a dress, or you can make it shorter to use it as a blouse. This is just an idea, but with this technique and with this stitch you can create something amazing. Well, let's don't lose more time. I will give you the material list and the step-by-step. Remember that if you want to buy and use the same materials that I use in all my videos, you can visit my online store www.lauracepeda.es. Well, we are going to need 200 grams of fine material and a crochet hook of number 3. We are going to start making this one-piece dress, making chains of the width of our chest. I mean, these chains must go all around the circumference of your chest. So I'm going to make this for a friend, and the circumference of my friend is 90 centimeters. So I will make 175 chains. Well, once we have the 175 chains, we are going to close. In circle, we are going to slip one. Please make sure that you didn't twist and your chains are correct join. We are going to go up with 3 chains, and in the first stitch we are going to make a double crochet of 3 crochets, and like this we are going to continue until we have 10. Remember, always taking the below part of the chain. So I will do it slowly so you can see how it is. Remember that we must have 10 at the end. Well, at the end of the 10 double crochets of 3 crochets, we are going to make 3 chains. We are going to skip 1, 2, and in the third, we are going to make double crochets of 3 crochets. We are going to make 3 in this part. 1, 2, and 3. Sorry, the dog of my neighbor, it's making noise. But well, again, 3 chains, skip 2, and in the third stitch we will start making 3 double crochets like we made before. So here we have 1, 2, remember, double crochets of 3 crochets, 2, and 3. Remember that the number of chains that I made as space chains are for small size. If you want, you can make more according to the size you are making this, okay? Well, if we fold this part, this means that this is the half of our dress or of our blouse. So it means that we have 5 double crochets in one side and 5 double crochets in the other side. So for now we will continue what we are making before, and here we will calculate to leave 5 in each side to repeat what we did in the other side. So for now let's continue 3 chains and 3 double crochets of 3 crochets. Well, look, here I finished. At the end I count all the spaces and I have 15. So here I have the 10 double crochets of 3 crochets, and then I made 15. If you are making this for a bigger size, the important thing is that you keep in pair numbers in this part. So here again I will make 3 chains, then I will skip 2, and in the third I'm going to start making the next 10 double crochets of 3 crochets that we made in the other side. And once I finish to make the 10 double crochets of 3 crochets, I will continue making what I was making before, skipping 2, and in the third we will make 3 double crochets of 3 crochets, and like this until we finish this row. And if you are making this for a bigger size and you have more chains left, or you don't have an impair number, well, you can take out chains and do it again. It doesn't matter, you can remove just a few of these chains and continue. Well, so let's finish. Well, look, here at the end I have 15 spaces like in the other side, and here I have like 2 or 1 chain left, but it's okay, I will join it anyway. I will slip 1 to close, and then I'm going to continue making the 10 double crochets of 3 crochets that we made in the last row, remember? Well, I think I'm going to change hook because I feel that I'm making this stitch too loose and I don't want that, or probably I will need to crochet a little bit more tight. But if this happened to you too, well, I suggest that you change number. Well, at the end of the 10 double crochets after crochets, I will go up with 8 chains.
4, 5, 6, 7
and 8. I will skip 2 spaces and 1 zero of this one, and here I'm going to insert my hook. And then we will continue with the 3 double crochets of 3 crochets.
2, uno en cada punto, punto sobre punto, y 3.
At the end of the 3 double crochets, I will make 8 chains and I will skip 1 square, and in the next one I will insert my hook and continue making 8 chains, and like this the whole row. And when we arrive where we have to make 10 double crochets of 3 crochets, well, we will make them. Well, let's continue like this the whole row. Well, at the end of the row, we will finish with the 10 double crochets of 2 crochets. So remember to go up with 3 chains. Well, I want you to see this. Of these long spaces, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We will take this number as a reference of wide and long for the next rows, okay? So remember that here we count 8 long spaces like this one. Now I want to show you how we are going to start with the next row. And we are going to repeat series. For now, let's finish these 10 double crochets of 3 crochets, and then I will show you what we are going to make. Well, when we finish the 10 double crochets, we are going to make 3 chains, and right in the middle of this long space we are going to insert our hook, and here we are going to make the 3 double crochets of 3 crochets, but all in the same stitch, all in the same chain together. So here we have 1, we are making the second one, and 3, and we will have something like this. Then 3 chains, 1, 2, and 3, and then here, right when we start the next series, we are going to make 3 double crochets of 2 crochets, but leaving the last stitch in hold. Here we have 2 and 3. At the end we will have 4 loops like this. Then we are going to bring them through and we are going to make 1 chain. Then 3 chains. And now we are going to repeat what we made at the beginning. Here right in the middle, in the same stitch, we are going to make 3 double crochets, all of them together. Remember, of 3 crochets. 2 and 3. Then 3 chains, and again here right in the middle of this series we are going to make 3 double crochets, but with the last stitch in hold, and like this the whole row. And here where we made the 10 double crochets, we are going to make them. Well, at the end of the row we slip 1 to close, and then I continue with the 10 double crochets of 3 crochets now. And we are going to repeat series. Once we are going to repeat this one, and then in the next one this one. For now we are going to make 3 chains. So now that we have the 3 chains, so here where we have these 3 double crochets of 3 crochets all in the same stitch is where we are going to make this row. We are going to make the 3 double crochets, one over the last one, until we have 3. And here where we have these inverted shells are the spaces that we are going to skip. And at the beginning we only made 3 chains because this is the edge of our project. But once we finish these 3 double crochets, we are going to continue with the series where we made 8 chains in between. So here we have 3 double crochets. So now we are going to continue with the 8 chains of the series that we are going to make on them. We are going to start the series of the long squares, of the long spaces. And again here 3 double crochets, and remember that we are going to skip this part. And here next to the 10 double crochets we will have something like this. We will repeat and must have the same in the other side. Well, for now let's finish the row and then I will teach you how we are going to increase. Well, at the end of the row we are going to slip one to close, and now we will have something like this. Remember that this is the edge of our project and these are the long spaces. And like we are repeating this sequence, all the series, like this, well, at the edge we will have something like this. We will have long spaces, small spaces, long spaces, and like this. And remember that we must have the same in the other side too. But well, for now I'm going to continue with the 10 double crochets of 3 crochets and see you when I finish. Well, after the 10 double crochets I made 3 chains and then I made this series. We leave the last 3 stitches in hold and then we bring them through together and then 3 chains, and here right in the middle is where we are going to make the 3 double crochets all in the same stitch. And you will have something like this. Remember that we are repeating series and you should take this as a reference. Remember that once we will have long spaces and then small spaces, and in some we are going to make the 3 double crochets in the same stitch, and remember that here in this part we are going to invert the shell like here. So now we are going to intercalate series, once repeating this series and once repeating the other series. In the next one we are going to increase, instead of having 8 long spaces like this one, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, we will try to have at the end 9. But I will show you how, okay? For now, let's finish this row, then we will repeat the other series, and then one row more like this one, and see you there to teach you how we are going to increase. So this means that counting this row, we will have, so at the finish of these 3, I will see you. Well, let's recap. For now I have this long space, then 3 with a small space, then 1 with big long, and then 1 row with a small space. So now I want to increase to have 9 long spaces, so I will show you how. So remember that this is the edge of our project, so here remember that we made 3 to start the row, now we are going to make 8. Start 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
and 8. So right away we will insert our hook here in the first segment, and we are going to make the 3 double crochets, each one in 1 double crochet, so one over the other. And then we will continue like the series go, making 8 chains, and we are going to insert here, then the 3, and like this. Well, now like we start like this, we are going to repeat these 8 chains in all the corners instead of 3, just in this occasion because we want to increase 1 long space. And then the other rows we will continue like we were making before, okay, with long space and with small spaces and like this. But remember that in this occasion we made a long space because we want to increase 1 to have 9. But well, for now let's continue repeating this sequence. Later on I will show you how we are going to increase again. Instead of having 9 we will have 10. Well, here I get ahead and I made literally what we were making before, just repeating the sequence, and as you can see here is where we first increase, and then the second I increase here. As you can see here we have more chains. I will count to you exactly where I increase for the second time. So we will count these long spaces: 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and in the 7th row is where I increase again. So if you count of these long spaces, I have 10 now. But well, now I want to increase one more time to have 11. Well, remember that this is where we are going to form the armhole, and from here we are going to build the top. But well, let's continue from here to the bottom to create the long of the dress that we want. I will count the rows of the long spaces to show you how many rows I have so far. 9, 10, no, I have 11. As you can see, here we are creating this shape. But well, this is the long of the dress that I want, and I will stop here. And I will increase here and in the other side to create the A shape. Well, from here and in the other side, we will open this part to create a triangle to make the A shape that we want. Well, for now, let's go up with 3 chains, and remember that we are not going to increase anymore. We will stop. We will continue repeating this series as they go, 3 small and 1 big. But well, here we are going to make 5 double crochets of 3 crochets. Here we have 2,
3, 4,
and 5. Then 3 chains, 1, 2, and 3, and then 5 double crochets again without skipping spaces, and we are going to repeat this in the other side. Okay, remember, 5 double crochets, 3 chains, and then 5 double crochets, and we will continue all the same. Remember that so far we have 10 long spaces.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
9 and 10. Remember that probably you must have more because you are making this for a bigger size. If you are making for a small size, well, you should have the same number like me. For now, let's continue. The only thing that's going to change is that we made between the 5, we made 3 chains, but for the rest, we will continue the same. Well, I made the same in the other side, and now I'm starting here a new row. So I already made the 5 double crochets, then 3 chains, and here right in the middle of the last 3 chains that we made, I'm going to make 1 double crochet of 3 crochet, then 3 chains, and then the 5 double crochets that we have left.
2, 3,
4 and 5. Well, this is the only change that we are going to make in this row. For the rest, we are going to continue the same. Remember what we made here, we are going to repeat it in the other side, right here. And with this, we are going to create the A shape. For now, here we put 1 in the middle, then we will put 2, then 4, then 5, line like this until we have the shape of the skirt that we want. And remember to crochet 3 chains in between. Well, look, here I have 15 rows, and I told you the only thing that is going to change is the number of double crochets in between. With this, we will create the A shape that we want. Okay, remember that what we made here, we should make it in the other side. I will show you. Remember that you are going to make the same number of rows, and you are going to increase the same number like in the other side. But well, here's where I'm going to stop. I want a mini dress, and from the armhole to the bottom of the skirt, it measures 55 centimeters. But if you want, you can continue making more rows. Well, like this is the long that I want, here I'm going to make the last row. I'm going to make a single crochet over each double crochet. Well, look, here in the space we are going to make 2, 1, 2, 1. And for example, here if you have 8 chains, well, we are going to make 8 single crochets. The stitch will tell you how many single crochets it needs. But well, for now, let's finish the row. Well, at the end of the row, we are going to slip 1 to close, and we are going to make 1 chain. Now we are going to go backwards. We are going to make crabs. It is like single crochet but backwards. And remember to take both parts of the chain, and with this we will finish. Now let's go with the top. Well, I want you to see what we have so far. Now we are going to make the top of our dress. We are going to start here where we finished the 10 double crochets, and this part we are going to leave it like that. This is the part that it's going to be under the armhole, and we will leave it like that in the other side. Okay, for now we are going to continue. We were making the same series that we were making before. For now we will go up with 3 chains. Well, I move the thread, and here I am going to start 3 stitches before. Here we will go up with 3 chains, and I will make 3 double crochets of 3 crochets here before we start with the stitch. So this means that we are going to finish with 3 double crochets of 3 crochets in the other side too. Well, after the 3 double crochets we are going to make 8 chains, and we are going to skip this segment 7 and 8. So we skip this segment and we go right to the next 3 double crochets. So we are going to continue like this, making like the series go, and we will stop here because we are going to crochet the front and the back in 2 pieces. Remember that here we are going to finish with 3 double crochets of 3 crochets. Well, here I finished. Now turn around and we will start with the 3 double crochets. Well, the first one, remember that it's the 3 chains that we made at the beginning, and then 2 double crochets, and then we will continue with the sequence. Now at this time we are going to make 3 chains and the 3 double crochets in between. And well, after this row we are going to reduce a little bit because I want to create a halter neck. Okay, then 3 chains, and remember that in this time we are going to make the 3 double crochets, but we are going to leave the last stitches in hold and take them all together to have the shell taken by the top. You will see how. Like this, then 3 chains. But well, for now let's finish the series. Let's continue like this, and see you when we finish, and then we will stop when you have the 3 double crochets of the beginning of the next row. Well, here I will stop. Now we made the 3 double crochets at the beginning, and the thing that we want to make here, instead we want to reduce. So we want to reduce one long space, then here to reduce the neck a little bit. So here I'm supposed to start with 8 chains, so I'm not going to make them. So right away I'm going to start making the 3 double crochets. So here we have 1, 2, and 3. And now I'm going to continue like the series goes, okay? So far it has to look like this, and then I'm going to continue until the end of the series. See you there to teach you how we are going to reduce there. And well, let's do it. So here I'm supposed to do the last 8 chains and continue, but we are going to go right away to the last segment to make the 3 double crochets, then the 3 chains, and then the 3 last double crochets that we made at the beginning and at the end of the row. So let's finish the row and see you there. So now we finished. Turn around and make the 3 first double crochets that we made at the beginning. So now we are supposed to make this series where we take the 3 double crochets from the bottom and from the back all in the same stitch. So we are going to fix them. Try to put them in between these spaces to reduce spaces. So I will show you how. So first make 3 chains, and then we will distribute the 3 double crochets and we will leave the last stitch on hold. So here we are going to put 1, then in between these chains the second one, and then the third one right here in the middle of the last 3 double crochets. Now bring them through all of them together, chain 1, then chain 3, right in the middle of the last 8 chains. Here right in the middle, the 3 double crochets all in the same stitch. So here we have 1, 2, and 3. So we are going to continue like the series goes, and the same what we made at the beginning, we are going to make it in the other side. Look, here I finished the row, and I finished the row like I started. But well, now we are going to continue. Now the series that continue, we are going to make 8 chains, and then the 3 double crochets, 8 chains, and like this. And then in the next series we are going to reduce one long space to continue creating this halter shape that we want. Okay, well for now let's continue with the series of 8 chains. Look, here I finished the row and I started with the 3 double crochets, and here we are going to repeat what we made here, remember? These 3, and then we will join with these 3 that we made. And the same in the other side to reduce. So we will continue like this, making this series. So we will continue repeating series and repeating this technique to reduce. Now we have 6, then we will have 2 less, so we will have 4, and then 2. But for now let's finish this row. We are going to reduce 1 each side, and see you there. Well, here I told you something was wrong. Here I have 4, and here in the last one I have 3. Remember that we are making the opposite in some parts of their series, okay? Where we take the double crochets in one time from one side and one time from the other. But well, so far I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 rows. But well, I think that we are going to continue with the same number of stitches. We are not going to reduce more to the armhole to the bottom of her collar. Or if you want, you can leave it like that if you want a lower neck. But I'm going to make more rows, just a few more rows, and then we will repeat this, the same number of rows and the same number of everything and the same number of spaces that we reduce in the back too. If you want to have the same shape in the back, if not, well, you can leave it like that. So look, I make a couple of rows more and it looks like this. So this is the front part of my dress. I'm going to repeat the same in the back part, and I will show you how we can make this ribbon. And we will take these 2 pieces from the back and from the front, and we will make a knot to join both parts, so we can wear this beautiful dress. Well, this is an idea. Remember that you can crochet and make chains, but I want to adjust this dress, so that's why I'm going to make it like this, so I can play with the way I join these 2 pieces. But if you want, you can put buttons or you can put a brooch behind, but please tell me what will be useful too. I want to know. Please leave me here in the comments. You will see the pictures. You will see how my friend is wearing this dress. At the end, I just make a knot here, and that's it. But well, I will show you how we can make this. We are going to take one thread, and with our hook we are going to make chains. I'm going to make an example. I'm just going to make a few chains so you can see how it is, but remember that you have to make the chains that you need for your collar, okay? You can make this base chain as long as you want, but well, once you have the chains that you want, we are going to slip one in each chain, okay? For example, if you made 30 chains, well, you must slip 30 times. And like this is how we are going to create the ribbon that I show you. until we have something like this, okay? Well, this will be the last part of this beautiful dress. I hope that you like it now, but well, now let's see how it looks. Well, I hope that you like it. I hope that you have enjoyed making this beautiful dress with me. Thank you for spending this Wednesday with me. See you very soon, and don't forget to subscribe and give me a like. Bye!